Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
And my pleasure now to welcome the Mayor of the Horowhenua, Bernie Wanden. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, John.
A lot of work going on at the moment.
Sure is, yes. It hasn't stopped, actually, to be honest. And obviously we are ramping up in terms of our recovery plans, our strategies, and heading towards adopting an annual plan in end of June.
So an enormous amount of discussion going on. You had a council meeting yesterday, one of these video meetings. Incidentally, how do you find the video meetings, Bernie?
Look, in some ways they're a bit of a challenge because you're not quite sure of the sort of the nuances around the table, if you like, in terms of and identifying people who wish to say things. But in saying that, I actually find them quite good. Slightly easier in some ways to chair than probably having, a room full of people. And it is, as long as people get the opportunity to put their piece, it can work really well.
Excellent. And work obviously has been going on, a power of work, and a lot of work being done, obviously, in the wake of the COVID-19 emergency, and dealing with what comes next, and I imagine the bottom line is of some concern.
For sure. Look, we're doing a pretty intensive look at all our spending, especially in the capital expenditure way, and trying to ensure that while we don't want to lessen our levels of service, that we are justifying where we are spending the money and what we're spending the money on. And we've also sort of put a challenge to the operations side of the business that they do need to look exactly that as well in the operational side. So, we all know that staffing levels, different things like that will play a part in terms of where we end at the end of the year. But it's also vital that we don't stop completely investing in our future. So, council does have a big role to play in stimulating our economy and making sure that there are jobs out there for people to do.
I see the business is carrying on. The Queen Street, Cambridge Street roundabout is closed for the upgrade. The pools upgrade or the maintenance program, I see that's been pulled ahead a wee bit to take advantage of the COVID-19 shutdown.
Exactly. So it's a good opportunity to pull forward those maintenance programs. We're resealing the bottom of the main pool, so it had to be emptied and grouted and sealed and all that sort of thing. So there's a number of things that we can do. It's logical to bring those forward and make sure we can do them now rather than 6 months or 8 months down the track and close the pool again. Which wouldn't be very responsible, I don't think. With the roundabout, you'll will have from yesterday, Wednesday, we have closed the roundabout so that the workers can actually get on and do the work without having to worry about the traffic that's going around it. And we think we can make up the lost ground that we got through being in lockdown, and also give them the opportunity to get ahead and catch up so it's finished quicker.
And I believe there's a bit of progress on the HIT policy, the integrated transport policy as well.
Certainly. So we've spent a long time engaging with the community around where they see the transport issues and for the community. And it includes all aspects of transport. We've got now to a stage where we've got a strategy in front of us, and we're going to see that give us projects, hopefully, that will improve the transport options that we have around the district. And that will obviously be influenced by decisions that are made at government level or NZTA level, national land transport policies and all that sort of thing.
And the annual plan, I believe that the submissions have been closed on that. What was the response like from the community this time around?
Well, some people would have thought that lockdown was a time where they had too much on their minds to worry about annual plan, we didn't have a huge number of issues to go out and test the public on. But we've been very encouraged by the response. We've got 145 submissions in front of us, and about a quarter of those want to actually talk to us individually as well. So we're looking forward to next week having live audio-visual or telephone hookups with residents who want to put their voice to their submission, which will be really great. So
they'll be phoning in, will they? They'll be phoning in, do they?
They will either phone in or be on audio-visual link.
Wow.
So, that's the new normal now. But we have had more submissions this time than we have had previously. So the response has been really good.
So obviously there's been more time on their hands, but also it shows that there's still interest in our thriving little democracy, doesn't it?
For sure. And look, even if it's to tell us that they don't want any rates increase, it's still good to hear those voices. That's something that as a governance body, we need to reflect what our people are telling us. And if we don't know, then it's hard to make a judgment on that. So, regardless of what their message is, you can be assured that councillors do listen.
And with COVID-19, the rates postponement policy, I believe that has been recommended by the Finance and Audit and Risk Committee. And that is just one of the responses that you're making to these extraordinary times in which we live.
We sure are. Look, the other thing, though, we don't want to do is to rush a whole lot of decisions that will preempt government guidance or regional guidance or other government agencies that may impact on our decisions, because we feel that we need the impact of COVID-19 may not be in the next couple of months, but it may be from then on for the next 6, 12, 18 months, into the future. So we've got to be careful that we don't make rash decisions based on not understanding what is actually going on in our community.
Well, certainly, we seem to be keeping the contact up. I'm quite impressed with the way that we are getting through this period, and I've got a feeling that there's a new normal that is emerging from all this, and highly encouraging in some ways. Bernie, I thank you for joining us this morning. You're always welcome here on Beach FM.
Thank you, John, and keep safe to all your listeners.
Thank you very much. Bernie Wanden, Mayor of the Horowhenua.
106.3 Beach FM.